If you're importing from China to Ghana, this is one important tip you need to know about shipping companies. Choosing the wrong shipping company can destroy all your profits. You can find cheap products on 1688, Alibaba, Taobao, but choosing the wrong shipping company can cost you like 2 or 3 times the cost of your products you bought from China. And the funny thing is, most beginners always ask this particular question: how much do you charge per kilo? How much do you charge per CBM, leaving all other factors which makes the shipping company one of the best here in Ghana. And that is not enough. In this particular video, I'm going to take you through all the necessary steps in order to choose the best shipping company to ship all your stuff from China to Ghana. And at the end of this video, you're going to get all the list or all the questions that you need to ask a shipping company before choosing them to be your number one shipping company right here in Ghana. Hi, my name is Brian, and today I'm going to take you through how you can choose a shipping company for yourself when you're buying from China. It's very simple and very easy. If today happens to be the first time seeing me on YouTube, kindly subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification bell so whenever I post any video about mini importation or how to make money online, you will be one of the first persons to get in touch with that video. Don't forget to like this video so that YouTube is going to push this video to other fellow importers so that they can get the benefits of this particular video. Always share this video for others to get the benefits. Don't be selfish, and also leave all your thoughts or your comments in the comment section, and as we do it, I'll reply as soon as possible. Without wasting much time, let's get back to the video. Yes, you're welcome back. And as I said earlier on, at the end of this video, you'll be able to choose the best shipping company so that your profits won't be destroyed at the end of the day. So the very first one I will talk about, or the very first mistake that I've observed from most beginners, is they choose shipping companies because they have cheap rates. Yes, cheap rates. Let's take this for instance. If a shipping company A charges $5 per kilo and a shipping company B charges $7 per kilo, obviously most beginners are going to choose shipping company A because their rate is quite cheap as compared to shipping company B. But wait, what is actually entailed in the shipping company B that makes it more expensive than shipping company A? Most of the times the arrival date counts. Everything, clearance, duty, and everything counts. So whenever you're choosing a shipping company, do well to ask all these particular questions. Don't be a rush. Never take the cheap ones. Always go into details and ask a lot more questions, because there are some shipping companies who doesn't take control of clearance and duty. Yes, clearance and duties when it arrives in Ghana. You'll be the person who will be in charge to clear your goods by yourself, pay for duties by yourself, and that is not supposed to be done. So whenever you are choosing a cheap shipping company, always bear in mind that some shipping companies don't actually take into consideration clearance and duty. So that's the very first thing you need to take into consideration. The second one is to understand why they are charging you that amount of money. That brings us to the term CBM. I've already made a video and I've explained the term CBM, and I know most of you guys know what CBM actually means. CBM means cubic meter. It actually tells you the size of your package. CBM rate is what the shipping company charges you per 1 CBM. So let's take this for instance. Most shipping companies used to charge from $230 to $270 per CBM. So when your CBM is up to 1 CBM, you're going to pay 230, assuming that is the rate for the shipping company, $230 per CBM. So let's take this for instance. If your product's CBM is 0.5 and the rate of the shipping company is 250, you are going to pay 250 multiplied by 0.5, which is going to give you something like 250 divided by 250. That is basically what you're going to pay as your shipping fee. So whenever you're asking why they are charging you that amount of CBM or that amount of money when you are shipping by air, you should get all these facts, you should get all this information, and always bear in mind that some shipping companies charge by the product type. Yes, most shipping companies charge by the product type. So we have battery goods, furniture, we have fridge, we have a lot of product types that shipping companies charge. So you need to ask all these questions when it comes to how much they are charging you. How much do you charge for battery goods? How much do you charge for refrigerators? How much do you charge for small packages? That is one of the best questions you should add a shipping company to give you more details on how or why they are charging you that amount of CBM. The very next one is for you to ask whether they do air shipping or sea shipping? Yes, this is one of the most important questions that each and every importer should be asking his or her shipping company. Most shipping companies are very good when it comes to both aspects, both sea and air. Some other shipping companies are the best when it comes to sea, and they are very worse when it comes to air, and vice versa. So whenever you are doing your inquiries, do ask them whether they do air shipping or sea shipping, because there are some products that you can never use as air shipping. Products like refrigerators, furniture. These products are much heavy and you can't use these products as air shipments. So let me explain which products can you use for air shipments and which products should you use for sea shipments. Most products can be used for both of these aspects, and it depends on the weight or the size of the product. So let's take the sea shipments for instance. For the sea, you pay shipping company based on the size of your package. That is when CBM comes in. So the CBM, they measure all the three sides of your package and they give you the CBM value of that particular product or what you bought from China, which is multiplied by the CBM rate to give you your shipping fee. Very simple, very easy. When it comes to the air aspect, whenever you are buying stuff through air to Ghana, you'll be charged based on the weight of the item. So that's why I said you should never buy heavy stuffs using the air shipment, because when you buy furniture, you're going to weigh the furniture. So assuming the furniture is up to 15 kilogram, it's up to 15 kilogram. They're going to multiply the 15 by their air shipment rates. Most of the time, their air shipment rate is like 30 US dollars per kg. So imagine you are paying 15 kg multiplied by $30. That is a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. So you wouldn't like to destroy all your profits by paying a lot of shipping fees from your product using a wrong shipping method. If you want to get a detailed video about the shipping method, I've made a video on how to choose the best shipping method for yourself whenever you are buying from China to Ghana. You can check out that video in the description. The very next thing is for you to ask what happens to your product when it arrives in Ghana. There is one important question, and people will be asking, why should we ask for this particular question? You see, sometimes the most mistakes that we importers make is we only care about what happens in China and we ignore the later parts, what happens in Ghana when your goods actually arrives in Ghana. And you should take this into consideration because it helps a lot. You have to ask them where their warehouse is located in Ghana, and do they do delivery or it's only pickup. Some shipping companies only do pickups, they don't do delivery. So when your items reach Ghana, they are not going to deliver it to the nearest bus station to be sent to Kumasi or Sunyani, Takrady, or wherever you are, assuming their warehouse is in Accra only. So you have to ask them where are their warehouse located in Ghana. Some shipping companies have multiple warehouses in Ghana: Accra, Sunyani, Kumasi, Takrady, Northern region, and other regions in Ghana. So whenever you are choosing the shipping company, consider where you are. Consider where you are, or consider where your clients are or your customers are. So assuming I'm from Sunyani and I'm buying stuff from China and my client is in Kumasi or Accra, there's a need for me to choose a shipping company whose warehouse is in Accra, so that when the goods arrives, they will just send it to the person in Accra, or the person you go pick up, then I'll pay for the shipping fee. I think that is quite simple than them bringing it to my place like Kumasi and I'll be sending it back to Accra or back to where my customer is. If the products are yours, you can just bring it to your place. And some shipping companies only have one warehouse in Ghana. Some have 15, a lot. There are some shipping companies who have a lot of warehouses in Ghana. So there's a need for you to ask their warehouse in Ghana, where they are located, and how can you get your goods when they arrive in Ghana. And the next thing is for you to ask whether you can track or trace your goods. We have some shipping companies who have some systems or some apps where they give updates of your products when the products are received, when the products are loaded in a container, when the container is being placed in the vessel, when the vessel has set off from China to Ghana, and when it arrives in Ghana, when it's going through clearance and everything. Some shipping companies gives all these updates. They give all these updates right from China to Ghana, right from their warehouse in China to Ghana, which makes it very easy because you wouldn't be able to afford this scenario. Say you bought a product, the product is being sent from a supplier to the shipping company, and from then you won't hear any information about the product, whether the product is being received by a shipping company truly or not. You won't receive anything. You just have to wait for like 2 months before you get updates from the shipping company that your goods are in, and therefore you can come for it. This is quite worrying. It is quite not pleasant to most importers. So the best thing that you can do is to simply ask them if they have a system or if they give updates on received products. And if you can be tracking your products using your tracking numbers given to you by the suppliers, that will be one of the best things that you can do when choosing the shipping company. And do ask about products that they do not ship. There are some shipping companies who do not accept some kind of products. Recently, I was buying camera batteries for a client, and I asked most shipping companies, and most of them said they do not accept batteries in their warehouse, and other shipping companies do accept batteries in their warehouse. Some shipping companies don't accept washing machines anymore. Some shipping companies do not accept cylinders anymore. They don't accept diapers and other stuffs. So you need to ask them the products that they do not accept, because when you don't ask them, the supplier will send your products to their warehouse and they will reject it. Yes, they will reject it, which is going to be some kind of drama between you and your supplier. So in order to be on the safer side, always ask for products that they do not accept. Products they do not accept, so that you'll be guided. And the very last one that I will talk about is checking their reputation. Yes, checking their reputation, checking their track record. Yes, their track record, because there are some shipping companies who people used to bash them of bad customer service. Yes, bad customer service. So if you are choosing a shipping company, you should bear in mind that sometimes they have a bad records, so that you will not fall into some should I say trap. You not fall into traps, because some shipping companies used to take like 3 or 4 months before your goods arrive, but they will tell you, oh, it is just minimum of 45 days your products will be ready in Ghana. But when you check their records, some importers' products have been with them for like 3 or 4 months, which is not a good catch for an importer. So always check or ask for their records. That is very simple. Someone is going to ask, how can I get the records of a shipping company? It's very simple. Just go to your favorite social media, either Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, and type in the name of the shipping company that you intended to choose in the comments, in the search bar. And if it is truly the best shipping company, we will have creators or importers recommending them. And if their experience with them is very bad, they are going to bring out some experience that they have with those shipping companies. So it's very simple. Just go to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and just type in, say, Brian Imports and Logistics. Are they the best? And you're going to see a lot of content or a lot of videos about them, whether they are good or they are bad. So let me add this one last tip, and that is the question test. So before you choose a shipping company to ship all your goods, these are some of the questions that I think you should ask them before choosing them to ship your products from China to Ghana. So these are some of the questions. Number one, what is your shipping rate? So the shipping rate is going to be with air and sea. So the CBM rate and the kg rate, or the weight rates. So the next one is, do you have a warehouse in China? And obviously, most shipping companies have warehouse in China. Who handles clearance when the goods arrives in Ghana? I think I've already talked about this and on the first points that I said. And how long does delivery normally take? Some shipping companies always promise their customers 45 days to 45 days of arrival, and some shipping companies promise 35 days. And all these are promises. Sometimes it do delays, because shipping companies doesn't have absolute control of the containers when it gets to the vessel or to the port. Yes, so just get a shipping company who has a good reputation, because having connections at the port can give you early access to your container. Yes, very simple, very easy. So the last one is, what additional charges could I pay after my goods arrive? Ask all these questions so that they cannot add any additional prices. They cannot add any additional charges to your goods when they arrive in Ghana. And I think this is one of the moments all of you are waiting for. And if you are able to watch this video to this particular part, then you are blessed, because I'm going to give you some extra tip on how you can actually choose a shipping company. Yes, how you can actually choose or get a best shipping company. I've made numerous of videos talking about the best shipping company, asking the big importers or existing importers some experience that they are having with some shipping companies in Ghana, and the comments are mind blowing. The comments are mind blowing. Some importers gives their how do I put it, their experience with some shipping companies, whether good or bad. So I'll place the link to that particular video in the description for you to get access. So as soon as you tap on that particular video, it's going to redirect you to TikTok so that you can actually scroll through the comments to get the best shipping company. Scroll through the comments. Just be scrolling through the comments. People are actually typing their experience that they had with some shipping companies, some bad experience with some shipping companies, and good experience with their shipping company. So together with all the tips that I've given you in this particular video, you'll be able to choose the best shipping company. And I always don't usually recommend shipping companies to my fellow importers because some shipping companies used to mess up when they are getting enough numbers. Yes, so I don't want to be someone who recommends a bad shipping company to you. So that's why I've given you all these tips in order to get the best shipping company for yourself. At this point, if you are still here with me, this is a giveaway for you. I'm going to give you a 70% discount on my masterclass on mini importation. So if you are able to watch this video to an end, I'll urge you to type in giveaway in the comment section and you will stand a chance to get 70% off of my mini importation masterclass. And this is how to choose the best shipping company when we are importing from China to Ghana. Remember, the cheapest shipping company is not always the best. If you are currently learning mini importation or if you are an existing importer, I'll urge you to subscribe to this channel because I'll be dropping a lot of tips on how to make your importation journey a very smooth one in this particular channel. So always subscribe to the channel, tap on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell, and also share this video for other importers to get the benefits. And as I always say, like this video so that YouTube is going to push this video to other importers for them to get the benefits as well. Thank you very much for watching this particular video. My name is Brian and I'm out.